A beautiful morning to you out there, our esteemed listeners. You are very much welcome to Carnival Radio Breakfast Show. These are beautiful Friday morning. This is newspaper review on Carnival Radio, and this is Carnival Breakfast Show. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. We begin with the headlines in the newspaper. Syria grid collapses. Federal government orders overhaul as TCN fears more breakdowns. National Assembly bags power sector reforms. Seek end to grid collapses. Nigerian undergoing major reset after subsidy removal, says Soludo. Standard Organization of Nigeria, NMDPRA, test imported petrol. Marketers reply Dangote. Gunmen killed 3, injured 2 in Plateau State. Now the news in detail. Syria grid collapses. Federal government orders overhaul as TCN fears more breakdowns. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has ordered the immediate replacement of aged equipment as part of the recommendations to stop the incessant collapse of the national grid. Adelabu assured that the replacement will be achieved in 6 months. Adelabu also directed the Transmission Company of Nigeria and other relevant agency of the ministry to begin the immediate implementation of the recommendations of the Inter-Agency Committee set up to address the incessant grid collapses in the power sector. The minister marching order came as TCN reported that the national grid experienced a disturbance at approximately 11:29 a.m. on Thursday, November 7, 2024, which was caused by a sudden rise in frequency from 50.3 to 51.4. The special advisor to the Minister on Strategic Communication and Media, Bolaji Tunji, in a statement quoted the minister as saying that all relevant agencies in the ministry must brace up for the immediate implementation of the recommendation of the committee, which was submitted on Wednesday, November 6, 2024. On Wednesday, the investigation panel revealed that a poor maintenance culture, an inadequate and age-long equipment, among other challenges, are the underlying reasons for the incessant multiple collapses of the national grid witnessed in the recent months. It also outlined recommendations to be achieved in 1 month, 6 months, and 1 year. The short-term recommendations include a review of relaying philosophy and setting particularly at critical nodes, capacity development for maintenance and system operation, testing existing equipment at the critical nodes to establish reliability, developing framework and adopting reliability-centered maintenance, and identifying critical ongoing projects for speedy completion. The recommendation objectives to be achieved in 6 months include strengthening relay coordination, replacement of aged and obsolete equipment, enhancing supervisory control and data acquisition and telecommunication tools, developing a framework to attract private investment across the value chain, developing IoT devices on generating units and transmission lines, and secure firm gas contracts. In its 1-year target, the committee recommended enhancing the distribution network and capacity, promoting decentralized grid management, implementing full SCAD and telecommunication. Meanwhile, the Transmission Company of Nigeria has indicated that the latest national grid collapse which occurred twice within 72 hours, may not be the last, as the such failures are likely to persist. A statement by the General Manager of the Public Affairs, Ndidi Umba, noted that this is due to the ongoing repair of critical infrastructure to enhance the overall stability and resilience of the grid. On Thursday, the national grid collapsed again, marking the 11th of such incidents since 2024. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. Syria grid collapses. Federal government orders overhaul of TCM fears more breakdowns. National Assembly backs power sector reforms, seek end to grid collapses. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, has pledged the support of the National Assembly for the ongoing reforms of the Nigerian power sector and called for collaboration amongst all stakeholders to improve the reliability of the power grid. Dr. Abbas, who stated these at the opening ceremony of the International Power Engineering Exhibition Conference in Abuja, call for the integration of the renewable energy into the country energy mix to improve efficiency and sufficiency. Represented by the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Power, Rep. August Ghana, the Speaker noted that over the year the sector has undergone several reforms and privatization aimed at improving efficiency and reliability. Despite these efforts, the sector continues to face numerous challenges, including inadequate infrastructure, transmission and distribution losses, and insufficient generation and distribution capacity. Also speaking, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Power, Senator Eyinaya Baribe, lamented that the poor performance of the power sector has left about half of the Nigerian without electricity, and the distribution network and regulatory orders that impede progress. Currently, our nations generate approximately 4,500 megahertz for a population exceeding 200 million, leaving about half of our citizens without reliable electricity access. Speaking earlier, the President, Chartered Institute of Power Engineers of Nigeria, CPEN, Engineer Israel Abraham, explained that the past is central to every indices of development and robust economy, and I am of the opinion that the world gets it right and provide good, efficient and affordable power to its citizen and industry, make available new ideas on how to manage available power through smarter apparatus and control. Most of the issue captured in the sub-team will continue remain relevant. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. National Assembly backs power sector reform, seek end to grid collapses. Nigerian undergoing major reset after subsidy removal, says Soludo. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo has stated that Nigeria is undergoing a fundamental and destructive reset following the removal of subsidies by President Bola Tinubu. Soludo made this remark during Ferita University 13th Convocation Lecture in Abuja yesterday. The lecture title, Let Us Make a New Deal for Nigeria, explore ways to address the country challenges. Soludo noted the need to transition from subsidy, which largely benefited the urban elite to a productive social contract that creates opportunity for all. He explained further that the country has ended the harmful fuel, foreign exchange, and electricity subsidy. He acknowledged that despite other issues, the military regime invested in education during the Nigeria early oil boom. Soludo urged Nigerians to craft a pragmatic New Deal for the country as well as emergency national infrastructure plan similar to United States Marshall Plan used to rebuild Europe after World War II. He encouraged Nigerian leaders to draw inspiration from the Marshall Plan to implement public work projects, financial reform, and regulatory changes that could transform the nation. He also highlighted positive signs such as the minimum wage legislation, the draft tax reform bill, and the planned cash transfer. He called for historic coordination between federal and state government to ensure swift implementation of these reforms. Soludo urged the graduating students to actively contribute to the country's future. He encouraged them to participate in shaping the nation's destiny. For more details on the news, you can visit the Punch newspaper. Nigerian undergoing major resets after subsidy removal, says Professor Charles Chukuma Soludo. Standard Organization of Nigeria, NMDPRA, test imported petrol. Marketers, replies Dangote. The Standard Organization of Nigeria and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority certify the imported premium motor spirits, popularly called petrol, that is imported into Nigerian. Oil marketers have said they disclosed these yesterday in a response to claim that Dangote Petroleum Refinery that off-spec petroleum products were imported into the country by dealers. On Tuesday, the refinery informed Pinnacle Oil and Gas Limited and other oil marketers that the deregulation of the downstream oil sector should not be used as a justification for the importation of the off-spec petroleum products or undermine the of Nigerian national interest. Oil marketer denies the claim yesterday as the managing director and chief executive officer of Pinnacle Oil and Gas, Robert Dickman, also revealed that his firm signed a 30-year agreement with the Dangote refinery to distribute the refined petroleum products through pipeline. Dickman pointed out that independent inspector NNDPRA and Standard Organization of Nigeria, among others, inspects her products, and so we can't bring in off-spec products into the country. His position was affirmed by SON. The impeccable source had the agency told one of the news agency that the Standard Organization of Nigeria was involved in the testing of the imported petroleum products. The official added that the organization operates its own laboratory facilities to check if commodities are off-spec or not. A major marketer also kicked against the claim that the dealer import off-spec petroleum into the country, particularly since the downstream oil sector was deregulated by the federal government. For more details on the news, addressing newsmen in Lagos, Dickman said the clarification became necessary to debunk statement from Dangote Refinery, which accused Pinnacle of plan to blend substandard products in Nigerian markets. The Dangote Refinery had also said the Pinnacle MD approached it, pleading with the refinery to extend pipeline to a tax firm in order to blend substandard imported petroleum products with high quality one. For more details on the news, you can visit the Daily Punch newspaper. Standard Organization of Nigeria, NMDPRA, test imported petrol. Marketers, replies Dangote Refinery. Government Gunmen killed 3, injured 2 in Plateau State. 3 youths were murdered by attackers in the Rakoff village of Bakin Ladi local government area of Plateau State. A statement by the Baron Youth Mothers Association National President Delob Watiri said the victims were gruesomely murdered in the course of carrying out their businesses in the community when the assailant attacked. The association condemned the attack, which has been reoccurring in the area, with a call on the security agency to address the breach and destruction of farm produce. It said further that the occurrence of the continuous killings, ambush, assault on women, willful destruction and mass harvest of corn and other crops belonging to Berun native inhabitants by Fulani militants and criminal gang in and around Bakiladi, Riyan and parts of the Jos South local government area, as well as Plateau State, should be stemmed with corresponding military action to avoid the generation of the whole situation. The association is appealing for investigation and subsequent arrest of the perpetrator of the killer, compensation for massive crop destruction and harvest, as well as motorcycle stolen recently within the general area, as well as medical support for the injured. For more details on the news, you can visit the Nation newspaper. Gunmen killed 3, injured 2 in Plateau State. Before we bring the newspaper review to a close on Carnival Radio this morning, here are the headlines again. Syria grid collapses, federal government orders overhaul as TCM fears more breakdowns. National Assembly backs power sector reforms, seek end to a grid collapse. Nigerian undergoing major resets after subsidy removal, says Professor Chikuma Charles Soludo. Standard Organization of Nigeria, NMDPRA, test imported petrol. Marketers reply Dangote. Gunmen killed 3, injured 2 in Plateau State. And that ends the Carnival Radio newspaper review. Thank you so much for listening. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. You can listen to us live via www.carnivalmedia.ng. You can as well download the Carnival Media app on Google Play Store and iOS App Store. Continue to enjoy the rest of your morning. Bye.